So when we are finding slope, if we're given a line, we first need to make sure that there are points on the line. Like in these ones, in this box, there are points on the line. But as we go through the examples, there aren't always points on the line. So we need to make sure that there are. On that one line, we always want to start from the left point just because it makes it easier. Keeps it consistent. Okay? Then we are going to either rise or fall. So just like we talked about on the last page, on the bottom left, up is positive, down is negative. And for run, we are always trying to run right. Sometimes we can't for whatever reason when we are graphing, but if the line is already drawn and we make our points, we always want to try to run right. It just makes it easier. Keeps it consistent. Okay? So if we look at these 3 lines, okay, what I want you to do is I want you to start at the leftmost point on this line, okay? I'm going to start on this line right here. And the leftmost point, if you don't know your right and left, you do 2 L's on your hand. Can't see them. Where'd they go? There they go. The only one that makes an actual L is your left hand. So that would be this point right here. From that point right here, is this graph going up or is this graph going down? Up. So I'm going to draw up. Then I will go to my right point and I'm always going to go left. Do you see how you now created a right triangle? Do you see how you now created a right triangle? So I want to count boxes. This right here is a whole box. I want to count them until these 2 lines intersect. So that would be 1 box, 2 box, 3 boxes. And remember, up is positive. Start at this one, and I'm going to end here, and that is 2 boxes. So this slope would be rise over run, so that would be 3 over 2. That would be 3 over 2. Okay? So if we do the same thing, we're going to look at this line right here. Again, the left point is this one. So my line goes down, so I'm going to draw my line down. And we want to make sure that we're following the grid line from the graph. I don't want you tracing the graph line that's already drawn. I don't want you going in between boxes. I want you to follow that straight line up and down or follow that straight line left to right. So now we go to the right point and we are going to go left. And again, you can see where the 2 intersect. It makes a right triangle. So from here to here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I have 6 over 1, 2. And remember, I went down, so this is a -6. Now, the one thing that they want us to do is reduce all of our fractions. So is there anything that I can divide both 6 and 2 by? 2. So I'm going to divide both of these by 2. And that gives me -3 over 1, or just -3. Okay? So that's going to be my final answer for that line. Okay, so let's try the next one. I have this line right here. I'm going to start at the left point. I'm going to start at the left point, and I'm going to go up because this line goes up from my left point. Then I'm going to go to the right point and go left. You can see where it makes a right triangle. So I have 1, 2 going up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Going left to right. This is a positive slope, so this is positive. What can I divide both 2 and 4 by? 2. So I'm going to divide both by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my final slope is 1/2. Okay? I'm going to skip 1 and I'm going to look at 2. Looking here, this is a straight up and down line. There's no points on it. I can't really draw that right triangle. But it said on our first page, all points or all lines that are vertical have a certain type of slope. What was that type of slope? Undefined. So I'm going to move this. M is going to be undefined. M is going to be undefined. That means that it's a slope that's over 0 and you can't divide by 0. Okay? So looking at the next page, let's do a few more. So in this next one, I have my 2 points. So I start at my left one. And since my line goes down, I'm going to go down. Start at my right point and go left. Now you can see your right triangle. I have 1 box, 2 box. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. Rise over run. My line is a negative slope. It goes down. So this is going to be -2/5. And this is going to be called my M, my slope. Okay? Now, 4, 5, and 6 are a little bit harder. It's not necessarily because the lines are harder. It's because there's no points on that line that you can see that are already plotted for you. You're going to have to do it yourself. So, here's what I like to do. Go through the line. You just need 2 points. But you are going to see where your line hits corners. So, let me zoom this in a little bit more so you can see what I mean by that. I'm going to get really close to it. Okay? So look, as you start at the left side, when it hits that left side, is that touching a corner? No. So then you start going down your graph. The next part that it hits a vertical, so up and down line, it does not touch a corner, so that's not a point. If you go down, continue to go down the line, that next time that it touches a vertical line, it also touches a horizontal line. It hits a corner of boxes, so that will work. The next time that line hits a vertical line, it's not a corner. Neither is the next one. Neither is the next one. But when it hits that y-axis, it hits corners. Okay? And if you keep going down the line, there is one more. No, 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 yes. Okay? So now you have some points. So it doesn't matter which 2 you choose. I'm going to choose the middle one and the left one, just so that I can remember, well, from the left one I have to go down because my line goes down, so that makes it easy. And then the middle one, I would just go over to the left. And then again, from there, we have our right angle.